We got.
Right.
Oh.
That's.
We got two agendas.
Yeah.
Okay, just, yeah. All right, so.
I joined the audio, so I
then
think
back
they
to
can hear
number
now.
7.
7.
I
All
can't
right.
see the chat
Authorized
box.
payment of bills and transfers presented for April 2022.
I'll make a motion to approve the authorization payment of bills and transfers as presented for April 2022.
Second.
The motion is made and seconded. Tracy?
Waller,
Yes.
McAdie,
Yes,
Moore,
Yes.
Simeon,
Yep.
Swets.
Yes.
thank you. Now, the public comment on agenda items only at this point. There will be an opportunity later to talk about anything that you would like to. Anybody like to address the council? The comments, no? Thank you. First report. Administrator.
I ordered the 2 radar signs from Radar Sign that the council approved at the last meeting, but I was informed due to the, slowness of getting things to everybody, it's won't be till like mid-July before we get them.
That's okay. Thank you.
Genesee County Recycle Day for household hazardous waste electronics paint is scheduled for May 14th, 21st, 19th, and 23rd. It's located at the Carmen Ainsworth Middle School on Maple Avenue. I've got it on our website, and I've also got little handouts up there that you guys can take. For the council's information, the 2002 millage reduction fractions for Genesee County, or the 2022 millage reduction fractions for Genesee County taxing jurisdictions will be available mid-May. And I will inform council as soon as I know the figures. For your information, I included the flyer for Good Times in Goodrich for the August 5th, 2022 festivities. And then information on what pickleball is and the overwhelming interest of some of our residents who emailed us for us to provide this in our Commons Park. And Tracy can further explain pickleball because I don't really know much about it, but Tracy can explain it if you have any questions or would like it explained.
I've never heard it.
Isn't it kind of like tennis with a heavier ball and
A wiffle ball.
a solid paddle?
That's too big.
Yeah. And then what Matt and I have been working on is, he found poles to go into one of the old tennis courts. So all we'll need to do is buy a net. And we've had quite a few people emailing me asking if we could do that. So a net would be all we have to buy.
And they bring their own
Tennis, yeah, pickle stuff.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, their own ball and their own.
Okay.
And I am proud to announce that our new website launched today. So please go online, go to it, you'll see it.
Yeah.
And that's it for now. Oh, well, I did provide you guys with for information for the 911, our EMS Earth Service agreements for each of our community committees for dispatching MedStar ambulance has gone live as of today.
I have a question on the pickleball.
Uh-huh.
Do we have to paint new lines? No?
Well, it depends on if we get the, it resurfaced. If we get it resurfaced, we can just measure it out and have it as lines, which would just be paint. But we have all the dimensions and everything.
Can I ask a question on something, Sherry?
Sure.
So is this not called Good Times in Goodrich? It's the hoedown in G-Town?
That's part of the festival.
We had it Friday night. Friday night is down the weekend. It's still,
That's what we came to the council back in January and asked for permission to have Friday night.
That's not called Good Times in Goodrich now?
The festival's always Good Times in Goodrich.
it's sponsored by.
Goodrich Festival event, puts these events on. This is an event, then Good Times in Goodrich on Friday night.
We gave permission for you guys to have a beer tent. We had no idea it was gonna be called Hold Down and
It's
G-Town.
it's an event. The beer tent is there. It's been a wine, beer, and spirits license for the last 4 years. And it's part of the beer tent. It's in the beer tent,
Was there always liquor?
always. Always, no incidents, police department in cooperation with us. We're certified. We have police officers throughout the state that work the beer tent always. As long as we have the beer tent, we have those three parts of the license to the state of Michigan.
What about the mechanical bull?
Mechanical poles, new. Well, we're fully bonded and insured for any event we put it within there, and the village is on a rider as far as the insurance, always has been. Any event, any food truck, anything that goes on, we work closely with the village, and we've been on the rider. We've had up to this point $1 million in insurance, and the specifications change, we're prepared to change with it.
So the hoedown is only Friday.
Only Friday. It's a dinner, it's line dancing, if there is a mechanical bull, if that's an issue, we will pull it out. But,
It's a problem.
can I ask why?
It's a liability.
We
We are here to risk
liability.
management for the village.
Excuse me,
I said, we are here on council to risk management.
and that's where our insurance does, it mitigates your risk.
Hey, Sherry, is $1 million enough?
I would have to confer with our attorney on that. I don't know anything about a mechanical bull. I only know what I've heard, so I can't say specifically. I'm not.
Yeah, like, this isn't the first time a bull, sorry, and it's padded around, it's not throwing people on the tennis.
Sorry, I don't know how we got to that.
We had the house.
Well, we're out of it. Sorry to throw it at you too.
Yeah, I apologize for public comment. Welcome to come up front and speak about these issues, but our job as a festival, when I'm sorry if I want to lie, is mitigate our risk, number one, but our partners too. We don't want, I mean, we take the beer tent very seriously. We're certified through the state. Our bartenders go through certification to see if people are overserved. Johnson County's there. And like I said, we have off-duty officers that there, and we hire our private security. Our job is to mitigate our risk, and make sure people are safe, have a good time, and we have your blessing to do this every year.
I was always just under the impression, I always attend Good Times Here. I love it. I always attend the daytime. I never go in to the beer tent or whatever, but I was always under the assumption that it's just beer, because there's a difference between liquor and beer.
But it's good. It's been 4 years without an incident. I'm not on board. Some public comment, but we have no incidents because of that. Like I said, we hired DM Bird as private security, checking IDs, blocking the festival. We've escorted people out who we feel, and even got them rides. So we take this very seriously. Yeah, we want to have this event every year. It's a big fundraiser for the community. We had 800 people in that beer tent last year. I think if you call the sheriff's office, it's the only instance they had, they'll tell you there's zero.
Any more questions about pickleball?
Can I start a league? Can you have a league?
Sure. Okay, that's the end of my report.
Thank you.
Okay. Code enforcement. No report.
We have a question.
Did not receive a code report.
Did not receive?
No.
Okay. DPW, street administrator.
Matt's there.
Sure. Old type dump truck or small dump trucks find a leak in the fuel system. So we take it up to Hank Craft and it's about $4,000 repair. Basically due to its age, it's almost 17 years old. It's rust, salt. It's a salt truck. So we had to get that fixed, replaced all the fuel lines, the accessories that go with the fuel lines. Is roughly $4,000. So hope that's by us. Last time. I got all the roads graded. I know they're dusty now. Especially at Grove, it's real dusty today. But Florida's coming Wednesday morning around 7. So hopefully that should kill the dust there. We got catch basin repair. We're actually doing it right now in Fairview. Got our 2 guys, Derek and Tony, working on it. So got that going. We have a sinkhole across from the dam by kind of guardrail. And probably, I said within a week or two, we get fixed. It's just that the plate joint is settled. So I got a couple ideas for that too, try to save some money. And I got a price on some gates for the dam. I don't know if Keith was asking about prices.
Yeah.
That's about $300 a gate, roughly.
That's not too good.
No, it's cheaper. They're only 3.5 feet tall. So they're not real big.
Right, just a little.
It's a tiny groove.
So when we did those, replace those gates 25 years ago,
I think because the one picture I found are case loaders in the background. So I've been here 22 now. So it's probably about right. It's been 25 years.
okay. Just out of curiosity, did we save any of the old gates or were they all ditched?
No, they're out there. So it was rotted.
Okay, I'm just thinking that, we go and rebuild these gates, that we should, hold on to the old ones, stick them in
Right.
the corner of the garage for emergency purposes, right?
And I don't know if there's any other material, all that is some group treated wood. I don't know if there's anything that's gonna last longer. I mean, I'm open for ideas. I don't know if they make composite wood that might last longer.
We could check with Eagle, couldn't we?
Yeah, I mean,
Where did you get the last?
we made, I can't remember who did that. Been too long now. I know Fisher's worked on a dam up there, Drake's is working on it too.
Might want to check with Crossroads Village. They've got that custom
Oh, the mill?
mill.
Right.
They make specialty beams and whatnot for people. They deal with thick and solid.
So we want to treat it though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you have to treat it.
They can post treat it with. They might know.
Right, yeah.
Okay, anything else?
No, I think that's.
I have a question for you. Don't we have wasn't there a park sign taken down when they were doing all the, putting the drains in?
There's a little one that got stolen. But that's one you're thinking of.
Did you get a report on Goodrich Meadows?
Oh, yeah, talk about that.
Goodrich Meadows.
Well, George Meadows, they got curb work done. They backfill behind the curb. I'm thinking tomorrow, I know if I'm around Friday. Tomorrow, they just start to do more asphalt work. They went working today, so I think their date's into there. So I think I basically left to do is nail and fill, and that's what it is. All the concrete's all done now in place, so.
Sure, just wait from supervising any of that.
Yes, they come in a couple of times a week, but he strongly suggested that at least one of our DPW people be there every day to supervise, watch what's going on. And
That's a advantage, yeah.
yeah, Matt and I discussed it. So I told him I wanted at least one of them there every day while they're there. It's very important.
Oh, that's a really, really good idea.
Mhm.
I think that's it.
Building department activity report for April.
Tracy would like to elaborate on that.
I just want to let you all know that it looks kind of slow, but just this month so far, and today's what, the ninth, we did 5 more houses, 1 more commercial building, and 2 roofs. So our permit fees that I collected just for May already has been almost $13,000. So we have a lot of building coming real quick.
Chris, where's, where are they at with the Green Ridge Estates?
I don't know what you think.
Well, they're gonna do the additional subdivision back there. I think.
He said he wouldn't be coming in until the fall for his building
really?
permits. So we have a little bit of time.
These 5 houses are there.
Are they?
Yeah.
Anything else? Sorry about the fan, it's out of delays. When you start poking with it, it still takes about 5 minutes to do what it's supposed to do. Cash receiving for April 2022. Questions? No. I have a motion to accept.
No, you don't need a motion to accept that.
Only on that one.
These are just reports.
Fire department activity report for April. Just love to talk about fees because you get a feel for what we have going on around here, especially the insurance department. We'll talk about in a second, but the fire department, they do a lot of assists. They go out to assist in accidents and whatnot. Most, maybe half of the calls are assist for accidents or control. The next one, the sheriff department activity report for April. And that one is quite extensive. It's like 9 pages, small print. And they really are busy. On each page, it's probably about 40 entries. It's coded, it's timed. You know what's going on in your neighborhood. They usually travel 4,000 miles a month in Atlas Township and the village. Okay, that's it for reports. Number 10, unfinished business. Consider permit form and set fee for food truck applications.
I put in front of your table a copy of the form that Gear is recommending, and I'll let Melissa met with them, right? Do you want to elaborate at all, or?
I just, as promised before, I wanted to meet to talk about things that would accommodate all parties. I have not yet though met with the fire chief. So I would like to ask council if we can table this for 1 month, just the permit and the application. Because like I said, I met with one party. I did talk to Good Times to see if there's anything that they would like to see on this. I just briefly messaged Jenny and we kind of just tried to combine forces and do the best possible forum that would accommodate all parties involved. So if we can table this for 1 more month and slide it with the fire chief, that would be greatly appreciated.
Is that your motion?
Yes, I would like to make a
I'll say
motion.
motion.
No. No. You got a second?
Motion.
I second the motion. She needs a
Motion in the second to postpone 10A for 1 month. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 11A, partial combination. 7281 South State Road. ID 9202-400-040. And
Perhaps you can have Keith as our representative on the planning commission. Keith, would you like to explain this?
Yeah, the only issue that we had with the combination was we don't have anything in our ordinance in regards to multiple pods on the same property. So their new storage units are going to drain into a pond / catch basin towards M15. There is also the pond in the back. The lake. Our concern is that Browns is building the new storage units towards the front of the property. So this half of the property towards M15. The back half of the property is still going to be used for external storage. So they're not doing anything with that at this point in time. And so we just wanted Wakefiem to take a look at that and make sure that there are no issues there. We also suggested that Browns put in, that they've got drainage for that, that's going to the catch basin in the front yard. We made a recommendation that they extend that pipe by probably 50 feet or so that if they ever do develop the back part of the property, they can hook into that drainage system to send the water up towards 15. Our concern is we don't want any additional water being funneled to that back pond. So we didn't have a problem with the combination. It is contingent that our engineers do not have any issue with it. I don't know where that stands at right now.
I've given you both, I've given you copies of their response in the paper, in your packet.
Sorry.
From Wade Trim and from our planner, Brian, from Safe Built. From how I'm reading it, it's looks like they're okay with it. That the one in the front is exactly what it is. It's for a retention pond that will not always have water in it. It'll only have water if we get some tremendous amount of rain. That's what that's for. But the pond in the back has been there, so it's not an issue. So they don't feel that it was an issue. You can read that. You want to take a minute to read it, or?
Yeah, that letter, the same letter that was presented from the planners.
Correct. Yes.
Sure, I think the explanation was right on that. They didn't seem to have a problem with it as long as they stayed separate.
So you can make a motion to concur with the recommendation of the Planning Commission for the combination.
I'll make a motion.
For the parcel combination. To concur with the recommendation.
Recommendation of the planning commission to
Approve the parcel
approve
combination.
the parcel combination at 7281 South State Road,
Mhm.
ID 9202-400-040 and ID number 9202-15-400-042. Mark Brown Rig. Petition case PL 2022-02.
I'll support that.
You did a good job. That's hard to do. Okay, there's a motion and a support. Discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion is carried. Okay, B, resolution number 2022-07. Move Norrie Eisler and Mark Baldwin as authorized signers from all village corporate accounts.
This is from our Chase, well, we found out from our citizens account, which isn't, it's only used for our CD, isn't it, Tracy?
It was for this building.
Oh, for this building.
Yeah, and then we refinanced.
And then we refinanced it, so we're not there anymore. And our treasurer going over there to change things, found out that these two names were still there. So this is a little housekeeping. We just need to approve this so we can get them off the record.
Then I will make a motion to remove Noreen Eisler and Mark Baldwin as authorized signers from all village corporate accounts.
I'll second that motion.
Motion and second's been made. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, motion is carried. And C, authorize Good Times and Gooders to close village streets for Good Times and Gooders parade on August 6th, 2022, starting at 10:30 a.m.
I'll make a motion to authorize Good Times and Goodrich to close village streets for Goodrich for the Good Rich and Good Rich Parade on August 6th, 2022, starting at 10:30 a.m.
You did such a good job on the last one.
I know, I've just.
There's motion and support.
Would you like anyone to explain anything from, they're here if you would like something? No, Unless you got something to add, you wanna?
No, unless you wrote what I sent you. I mean, my name's Christy Powell. I run the, parade with Gary Schaefer for the fire department. And the fire trucks and vehicles and tractors will leave from high school and meet at the Schuman. And then we already have, rookies that block off the road and other fire trucks with their fire trucks, not the actual rookie doesn't stand there, but they have their trucks, so we don't need any barriers or anything like that to block off the road. So if you've already approved it, I guess.
I do have a question in regard to that. This is insurance with the parade. So does Genesee County own all the roads?
No,
So
not in the village,
So the village, so we would need a rider
for the village,
for the village. and
Yes.
then we need a rider for Genesee County.
yes. Well,
Where's it starting?
where's it starting?
It's
High
starting high school.
High school.
No, well, we go from the high school, but there's really nobody that watches it till like about the country club.
But
So we never
if
know
you're,
what's
if you're closing that street down, you're gonna need Genesee County, because that's
Right.
theirs.
Yeah.
They're required.
I go to that,
$2 million bond.
And that's what, same thing we would, well, if council would want the
Well, that's-
same.
that's-
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah, we just send a copy over
To Sherry.
and,
Just include us as a rider. please.
yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
And we did approve that date.
So D. we have a
D,
motion.
authorized
We have a
purchase of
vote.
power washer.
We got a motion on the
No,
floor.
we didn't.
We need a vote.
Thank you. Okay, motion has been made and second. All those in favor say aye.
I,
All opposed? Thank you.
Point of order, does that need to be a resolution?
I'll do it in the resolution form.
Right, we had to for the county. You don't need it for.
We don't need it for the county.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, D, authorized purchase power washer for DPW. Weingard, $1,100. Matt, would you like to explain?
We had two prices, that's the cheapest of the two. We like it for maintaining the trucks or building the pavilion, taking tables, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm just curious, this seems like a lot of money for a car washer.
Well, that's because that's a commercial car wash, that's not just your Lowe's or TFC or your cheap.
How many PSI is it?
Around 3,000, I believe.
3,200.
32. That would do this building, it would do all of our parking lots, everything.
we currently rent.
Yes.
Yeah, which would we go around there.
Like throwing money in garbage. Oh, sorry, Mark. All right, I'll let.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the purchase of a power washer for the DPW for Weingarts for $1,100.
I'll second that.
There's a motion and a second. Any questions? Sherry might add, this comes out of, which account?
The DPW's,
DPW,
which is in the budget. It's in the budget. All the stuff is in the, I wouldn't be giving it to you if it wasn't in the, it's in the budget.
This was, money that we budgeted last year for such a purpose.
It's considered small equipment.
Okay, authorized pavement marking from M&M Pavement Marking.
Oh, wait a
We
minute.
need to vote on that.
We need to vote on the power wash.
We got a
That's two
motion
in a row.
and a second.
Yeah.
We have a motion and a second.
No.
Tracy?
Schultz,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Howard,
Yes.
Simeon. Yes. Becky.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
E, authorized.
yeah, we're up to E. All right, Sherry, before we start, can you, or Matt, kind of fill us in on where we're striping?
It's all lines in the village, all your center lines, fog lines, your 3 turn lanes, or arrows. We've had some complaints that the
Yes.
turn lanes saying that they can't see the lines, but
Salt eats it up.
they are faded. It's
It's,
probably been, I don't know, at least 3 years, I think, since we've had
Right.
it done. It's been a couple of years.
Have we hired that out then in the past, or is that what we did?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
do
but
it. It's
reason I bring it up is because we don't do M15.
No, we do not.
No, just do our.
We only do
Just our-
our-
There's different places. There's a lot of curves and turns and, we do parking downtown, stripings.
Yes,
We do the spaces, parking spaces. We do.
There's a lot more.
Are they doing where they'll be doing, any arrows and stuff that we have?
It's
Yes.
include, yeah, the 3 turn lanes, the arrows, the stop bars.
the left-hand lane, everything, all of them. Only thing we don't do is M15, folks.
Right.
Everything will be painted.
Pardon me?
All of our roads will be painted.
Right, right.
I'll make a motion to authorize, pavement marking from M&M pavement, the amount of $4,761.60.
Nice work.
We have a motion and a support. Comments, questions? Tracy?
Moore,
Yes.
Swart,
Yes.
Simeon. Yes. McAbey,
Yes.
Waller.
Yes.
Okay, F. Authorized purchase of, how do you pronounce it?
Gaga.
Gaga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really good job.
That's another one. I'm gonna let Tracy explain if you'd like her to elaborate.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I guess this is a hot new trend for children and adults. It's essentially the octagon or hexagon, depending on the size you get. And you have a ball and you hit it to each other without letting your legs get hit. I guess it's a big thing, especially in the kids. They want it. We've had a few people ask. And it's fairly inexpensive for supposedly the excitement behind it. I've never played, but our new treasurer said it would be a huge thing.
Where would it be put?
In the park.
So what's this, sorry, I guess I could be right here. It's not a lot of money, so what do they,
We would have to buy the wood separate,
oh,
but the wood would be under the 500.
so you're just getting the braces and those top things?
Yep, exactly.
And then do the balls stay there? Do they bring their own ball?
Bring their own.
And then there'll be placed approximately where.
By the kids play area, Matt and I have been down. to the
We've been
park
down there
a couple
looking at it
times.
and laying it all out. We'll bring you guys all a map here pretty soon with everything.
What is the inside ground cover, the inside?
It depends on what you want. Usually it's dirt is what they do.
What's your take on maintaining dirt or grass or?
Well, you would put them on the grass and then.
Yeah, once you start playing,
You'd eventually erode it.
Assuming it's wear it out. So.
Do we need to provide dirt though to start? No?
Nope, you literally just put it up on the grass and
They play.
Okay,
they play.
so if we do this, we'll be hip and with it.
Exactly. I guess Fenton just put one in. And they're the
Oh, man.
closest one in our area.
Beat us
From what I
to
was told.
Well, I know that our treasurer's very her kids are very
Exactly.
active in everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, she does see the rental side of all that stuff. Yes.
it. Okay,
We need a motion.
I'll make a motion to authorize purchase of Gaga ball pit. Gaga ball pit for Commons Park. Coach Cliffs Gaga Ball Pits LLC for $541.50.
I will support that.
there's motion and support, comment?
Yeah, I have a comment. So it's actually, this is just, we still have to purchase the wood on top of that raise. So do you want us to add that into the,
It'll be less than
Motion.
500, so.
it'll be under 500?
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm. And just note that this is all way within our current budget that we have right now. We don't need any budget amendments on that.
We make a big deal on social media.
Should I do now? Roll call.
Swart,
Yes.
Simeon,
Yes.
Waller,
Yes.
McAbey,
Yes,
Moore.
Yes.
thank you. Price purchase of large park grill, 1,008 square inches, National Outdoor Furniture Incorporated, $1,007.84.
Yes, Tracy can elaborate.
So we used to have a bunch of little park grills. They have been pulled out, damaged, rusted. They had a couple down at the garage, but they're not usable anymore. So this was actually Matt's idea to get a large grill for people that rent down there or use the park to have a grill and grill out. One large.
So it's a new addition to the park for the
That
people.
will be installed on slab.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be about 10 by 10 or whatever slab.
Okay.
Right off the pavilion.
Between the shed area and the pavilion, that little area, not where the big vacant spot. is. We're trying to keep that open.
Right. Tracy, do you roll call, please?
Sure.
We don't have a motion. Yeah.
I thought you.
I'll second. Did you make the motion?
I didn't, but I'll make a motion to authorize the purchase of a large park grill in the amount of $1,007.84.
I'll second.
Motion and second. Tracy?
McBee,
Yes.
Swollen,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Simeon.
Yes.
Okay. Authorize parade route and road closures for village for 2 annual parades for the Goodrich High School. There's a map in here,
Mhm.
and is everybody here to speak on? First of all, okay, Sherry is, I think, I don't see a problem with this. I think we need some paperwork.
I would recommend that you guys approve this contingent that they also provide us with a rider
Right.
insurance of
Yeah.
equal to what the Genesee County Road Commission requires.
And
That would
then,
be my recommendation.
Right.
earlier Christy was present about, does the school provide, do they get all their fire, everybody lined up to block the roads, or is that something?
That's what I understand. But sometimes they have us help. Matt, can you expand on that? Do you guys help close the streets during? We do not then. No, they must do that themselves. They get the fire department, I'm sure.
All right.
The only thing I noticed is they didn't give us any dates.
Well, they might be waiting until the homecoming schedule comes out for football, because I know the fall one is around homecoming, and then the May one is usually for the seniors.
Graduation.
Well, you
There's
could,
one in May and then this is another one in September.
Yeah.
October. That's always on.
May 21st.
May 21st.
well, that one's coming up. That one's coming up pretty quick. May 21st, then they've got another one.
In October.
I don't think they do.
Right.
Okay, I'm just curious, you just didn't list this up. Okay.
Yeah. You can fill us in on that as long as you get a copy right or else any problem.
I'll make a motion then to authorize the parade route and road closures through the village for 2 annual parades for Goodrich High School contingent on their rider, including the village of Goodrich on their insurance.
I'll second.
All right, there's a motion and a second to authorize provided riders presented. Any comments? Everybody in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion's carried. One more. Goodrich United Methodist Church request for outdoor concert 7/9/22.
Pastor Joel planned on being here, but he was diagnosed with COVID, so he's on his 5-day detention at home. So,
The only comment I have, Sharon, is where the, if you look at the picture, there's a lot of, I'm not sure if it's Rosemary or Fox Hollow, but, it's right back there,
mhm,
against that subdivision.
Mhm.
I don't have a problem with it, but did we inform the people?
I
that
could,
are right
no,
behind there?
no, I would not. They themselves, I believe, contact their neighbors. We don't do that. We wouldn't do that.
No, I know, but we're authorized, right? So.
Yeah.
We need to take that into consideration is, the people that are behind there,
It's from 6 to 9, so you can approve it, or you can postpone it till June, and he can be here in June and discuss it.
Well, I'm sure they need to get their stuff. They probably need more than a month notice, but I mean, we approve a contingent that they approach those 7 houses To ensure that, because it's, I mean,
I
the
guess, I
others,
guess we could, but I mean, how do we know that they approved? I mean, it's just if they would have known about it, they could have come to the meeting and say, you know, no way, Jose, or, I don't know if they would, but.
Well, I think it would be up to the church to notify them.
You can require them to send a notice to everybody within 300 feet.
That's right. That would be up to them to do that.
You can ask them to do that.
That's right.
All right, let's approve it based on the fact that they need to send the letters out to people within 300 feet. And then that way, if they have an issue with it, I'm sure they'll be here at the next meeting to say so. We can always.
well, I think the way they have the stage set up there, yeah, it's gonna be projecting towards the church, so. So did you make that motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the request for Goodrich United Methodist Church to have an outdoor concert on 7/9/22, contingent that they inform people
Neighbors.
in writing within 300 feet of the event.
I'll support that.
Okay, the motion and support. Comments? All those in favor say aye. Those opposed? Motion is carried. Okay, that brings us to number 12, public comment.
Now you can. Now you can. It's up to you.
Up to you.
I am genuinely taken aback. I got shame on me for not reading the agenda prior, so I could have commented at number 8. I did not realize you guys had a whole park plan going that you've excluded everybody from the conversation on. Not even a site plan presented. More than half the people in this room have actively pursued participating in making a park plan. I have personally presented an entire PowerPoint to the village council at one point. You have raised our taxes for roads. You didn't need to spend your money. We want to spend our money. We all talked about trying to fundraise for the village to improve our park, and we all want to be a part of the conversation. Why did we get excluded? I'm so upset. I'm just upset. I can't believe we were completely excluded. That's gut wrenching. Gut wrenching to be completely excluded. It's just, that's all.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
I have a few things going on this. We know in the past, the Tents and Beverage Committee mentioned about being more than willing to help with projects in the park and everything. And you guys just approved a lot of money for stuff, and Good Times and Goodrich has offered, like, please let us know, you know, we're. Kieran offered. Okay, Kieran's offered. And I mean, I think these people should have been consulted, or, I mean, I know we say we don't have the money, but then we spend on stuff like this. That's my first comment. My second comment is, I think they were cleaning the roads from the cement factory the other day. I think there was a road cleaner out there or whatever. Has anybody, it's a mess, it's still a mess, it cleaned up a little bit, but has anybody ever thought of what all that concrete dust and everything is doing when it goes into our drains? I'm sure we're gonna have some big problems in the future if that doesn't get cleaned up well and often. Next thing is, I looked at the website today and I got to see the new site and it looks nice, but there wasn't, like when I clicked on things, it went to something else, like it didn't have agendas and stuff like that. So I'm wondering, will the meeting packages be posted on there eventually? So like we can see the police report, stuff like that where I'm just wondering if the meeting packets are going to be posted on there. And then finally, the house and that we've talked about forever, that's just a mess. Couple blocks off M15. I know a few months back, it was stated that we don't have any ordinances and the mess that they have there. But a couple of years ago, we had lawyers working on that for quite a while. So I asked this before, if we didn't have ordinances, what did we pay these lawyers to do? I mean, it was like, oh, excuse me, they're gonna come up with stuff, they're gonna have a report, but we never got anything, but we paid them a lot of money, so. It's a mess. I mean, you drive in there and it's like you're driving into a ghetto. It's horrible. So I'm wondering, one, what did our past lawyers do for all those months they worked on it? And when is that mess gonna be cleaned up? That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Hello, I have a comment. This is Shannon McCafferty. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna mirror the comments on the park thing too. It would have been nice to have known that this kind of stuff was being discussed. Once upon a time, we had a Parks and Rec committee, and I know Katie will agree with this. The Parks and Rec committee was dismantled. And now if things are going on in the park, that was a huge thing for the community was, you know, community involvement, and nobody knew about it. The second thing is the spending. I kind of have a little bit of a problem with the power washer. I don't know how much it costs to rent a power washer, but how often are we power washing? And was that expense needed? I mean, again, it was mentioned before, we're always saying that we don't have money to do stuff, but then we certainly have money to spend. And then on the church concerts, if the church concerts are only going to happen from 6 to 9 p.m., our noise ordinance goes to 10 p.m. So they fall well within the noise ordinance. I don't think neighbors would have to be notified if they fall within the ordinance. If it went past 10 o'clock, I would say, yeah, notify the neighbors. But I mean, I know I live on the other side of town. I live, you know, on the east side of M15, and I can hear the band play at the high school during football games and stuff. So not a big deal, but I didn't know if you guys were aware of the 10 o'clock noise ordinance. I thought that I would mention that. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Somebody else have it? I'm sorry. No.
George been waiting.
Go ahead.
The food trucks, I thought there was passed where they won't be in front of the street of the restaurant. And then someone told me, I think last Wednesday, that it was overturned.
No, we didn't say that.
Someone told me that, that's why I'm here, that Cranberry, she couldn't make it today. So she and her partner don't want the food trucks in front of our restaurant. We don't mind at the park or at the school, but in front of the restaurant, I don't think it's fair to us. So we want to make a note of that. I don't know.
Thank you.
You're 411.
What
was your name?
Stuart.
Hi, Stuart.
Don't go away.
He's gonna take mine too.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Tony Applin. I live in Village Meadows here, and I was just wanted to inquire and find out how to request speed limit signs in the subdivision, especially after the roads get paved. I mean, there's people drive a lot faster than they should. I even purchased like some of those like folding like slow down signs, like a wet floor sign. I put them up in the summer. But there is actually already a post there that has like a hole in it to put a sign on. So I don't know if you guys have to approve that or purchase them or how that works, but I was just inquiring about signs.
Yeah, that is a long subdivision.
Yeah, there's the one stretch of road that goes east and west, and when people come around that curve, I'm in the front of the cell, and they go. That should be 25. Should be 15.
What street corner?
Yeah, 15 usually
That's
is.
always 25.
Is it always 15?
Standard speed limit is subdivision.
But I've seen them put signs up for a little bit.
Your association,
No.
So yeah, I don't know if I have to like submit
anything, or is it something that can?
No, we need to continue talking to the police.
Our DPW would be the ones putting the signs
Well,
up.
signs.
We could get the
but-
prices, we could bring it to council, we could figure out how many is needed,
Right.
and we could bring it to council for council's approval to purchase and put them up.
All through the month.
But yeah, that's not an issue. We can absolutely. look
Email
at that.
Sherry with like how many you think and where, so that the map can kind of drive them up. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work with the DPW, yeah. Just-
Thank you, Tony.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're out of time.
All right, to brief the times of the. So I've been coming to the council since 2008, and many faces have changed. Jackie was here, and Sherry took over. So the frustrating part for me, or is us, is the consistency. That we have to come back every year and the same message. But the miscommunication of maybe what the holdout, what you think it is. There, we do all events within events. And like I said prior, we have the licenses and the horsepower with the law enforcement and the licenses and to protect the community, mitigate our risk, mitigate your risk. We've always put the insurance riders with the village. Sherry's working with us great. We've had a license since 2016 with the village. 2017, same license. 2018, 2019, 2020, COVID was shut down. We still had a license. The state of Michigan said we could go ahead. We were responsible. We said no. So I just want the new council, welcome, to understand, we take this serious. But in the same thing, we'd like everyone to remember year after year that we're coming back. The faces change, but our message and what we do and how we interact with the community doesn't change. So that's important for us. Map, fence. We've got it going, the fence will be taken care of, and the gate will be fixed. For public record, if the council needs anything, Jenny McKenzie's the president. 810-335-3085. I'm Jim Green. My number is 248-819-8833. If you need something, here too. If you need some assistance, it's not worth piling the money. We've said this. Well, we've offered to help. We'd like to help, but we can't help. We don't know.
So what do you need, an official written request or what?
Give us a call.
Yes, I do.
Just give us an idea. Give us.
Well, if you guys want to help pay for this, by all means, we'll accept any check you've got to give.
Absolutely. We can talk about that.
Sure.
But it's a collaborative effort between Atlas, Genesee County, the village, the schools. We've got great collaboration, and that's the only way it's going to work.
Well, just to let you all know, we have a budget for the park. I create a budget every year for the park. We have money for all different things. That's where this was coming out of. But if you guys want to help us, absolutely, we will take that help.
There might be some.
Sure, anything else,
some
yes.
Other things go on
Mhm.
within the village at the school. We don't care where it comes from. If it helps the community, that's what we want to do.
Absolutely.
And
Thank
I'm not
you.
speaking for you, guys, but you're on the same agenda.
Mhm.
I mean, so we just, there's some things we need to fix and work together. But I think the main thing is the communication
Mhm.
and the message.
Mhm.
If you have a question about something, I go through town and I hear the little chirping of things that people are concerned about. Call us. There was years ago that someone said we had cheerleaders selling Jello shots. For high school, we're going, what? Call us. Yeah.
I know, I live right down the street, but I hear it all the time, like,
Call us. You've got my number. It's public record. Call me. Anytime. Text me. It'll clear the confusion. You don't have to wait a month for an answer. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else?
Sorry, I know that I'm calmed down. But I do definitely have an issue because we still have a play structure at Oak Tree But they're saying it needs to be, we said we're taking it. If we're not taking it,
Matt's working on that. He got the paperwork on it. He's talking with the gentleman today. They're gonna go pick it up on Wednesday.
we need to move that. I mean, we
Well,
gotta
it's
get
being
the
done.
things that are donated and free. We gotta move stuff, you know? That's like
It's
our
being
priority.
done. It's being done.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Somebody, well, I think she beat me. Go ahead.
Stephanie Ballmer, Times of the Rich. I just want everybody to know with the festival and events and what we've raised over the years, we were able to give back $12,000 to the community in various events. And we engage the community in our events. Cranberries is going to be catering the hoedown. We have the local high school dance teacher that's going to be teaching the line dancing. So we're putting Goodrich on the map. We're bringing other people from other communities. We have other communities joining with us and partnering with us to make these events successful. So again, we have scholarships that we've given back. We have families that we've helped. We have other causes, the Genesee Canine Unit, the fire department for equipment needed. So again, we want to partner with the community, with gear, with the council. So we're here.
Thank you. Thank you. Somebody else is getting ready to.
Chris Hadley, on this power washer. First of all, why wasn't it purchased locally? You have a hardware store right here that supports the community day in and day out.
Matt, where is that?
And second of all, it isn't a heated power washer.
No.
Why not? You're washing picnic tables, sterilization.
It wasn't brought up before. I mean, most
Yeah,
people
good.
don't sell heated power washers.
What?
Point of order.
What?
Point of
They
order.
don't, they don't, what'd you say?
We don't sell heated power washers where we got prices from.
I don't quite understand, but we can't have a back.
No, I'm just asking if it was a
I
heated power
understand.
washer.
You have the floor. You have the floor. Go ahead.
I'm just curious why it wasn't a heated power washer if you're gonna use it for in the park. A heated power washer is much more effective for cleaning driveways, buildings. It runs on kerosene. Or
That was
propane.
never brought to our attention before.
And just because we have a gentleman that owns a hardware store that can totally supply your need, why go to Weingarten? You can go locally right here.
Well, I didn't know Mark sold power washers. It's new to me. I know he rents power washers, but I didn't know he sold.
Yeah, when you run over, you buy it.
You can buy them too.
Buy them in the same quality, same rates, what Weingarten or. The other ones are. We appreciate. And, you know, an opportunity to give you a bid of them. And then you go over there and say, well, Brownsville's the right place to buy, or hey, we can get it down here a little cheaper. That's how you make your decision on that. And go past that, the striking of the roads, you got JB Construction right next to us. You guys get a bid from them?
Sure did.
Okay.
And they were more money.
So they are. It's nice that, you know, that you give them the opportunity.
Okay. We
Appreciate that, Mark, and we will definitely take that into consideration.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. I think I saw one more over here.
Yeah, I was just, look, I guess with this whole food business on the agenda, where does that input come from? Like people just emailing so-and-so saying my kid wants this in the park, can we get it? Like, I worry about it turning into, you know, now what we need. Can we address that?
Okay. Council comment? No, I didn't do it. I tell you, can you guys come back next month?
I'm here.
Here every month, thank you. I tell you, I got scribbles on at least this page and something else because your input is very valuable. You we need this back and forth. Dave, I don't think you've missed a meeting, have you?
No.
Dave deserves an award.
He sure does.
Sometimes we have a meeting, he's the only one here. Katie's here. Oh,
Doreen.
you get a star too.
Doreen's a fixture, she should.
But, the comments are well put, and I don't just say that, Jim and Stephanie, thank you. And we do need better communications. It's your money. We do need this back and forth. It's, we could make a lot of excuses. But, sometimes you gotta keep our feet to the fire. And, we're proud of where we live. We enjoy living here. And, I'd like to see it showcased. That every festival we have is successful. And I know sometimes people get the idea we're trying to throw roadblocks. It's insurance, it's this form, it's that form. And, other than that, thank you very much. And there was a comment about when you get on the agenda, if you have something that you can get hold of Sherry, find out it might be something that you handle without coming to the council. If you have a concern, speed, stop signs, or whatever, that might be handled differently than coming to the council. It's, when you get, sometimes you get bogged down in government needlessly. But with that, I'll be quiet. And thank you very much. It's about 6 minutes after 7.
Motion to
Got a
adjourn.
lot done in 1 hour.
Motion to adjourn.
That was a lot.
That's important.
Okay.
All in favor?
All in favor, please?
Aye.
Oh, I'm sorry, they didn't hear you.
7:06.
Hi. Oh, yeah, hi. How are you? Yes, yes, thank you. I know, and I researched.
And that.
I had to.